everybody. I'm Jim Gordon with the Taste of Scotland Festival and Highland Games. I'm here to tell you real quickly what we've got going for you on June 18th in Franklin, North Carolina. First, June 17th, Friday night, we've got a parade downtown going over to the Kayla, which is at the Rathskellers in Franklin. That's on June 17th. June 18th, Macon County Fairgrounds. We've got Tawathadea playing. We've got Jacobites by Name, Wild Blue Yonder, Rainbow Inn. Norma Jean's going to be playing all kinds of good Celtic music all day long at the Macon County Fairgrounds. We've got Highlands Games, Sheaf Tossing, the Caber Tossing, all the heavy athletic games are going to be there for you on June 18th. We have got Border Collies. We have got the big Highland Coup. We have got the kids program. We've got great Scottish food for you and some vendors and a lot of fun. Come see us June 18th, Father's Day weekend, all day Saturday at the Macon County Fairground. We'll see you there. Okay, hey everybody. I got a chance recently to sit down and talk with Kieth Austin, who is the vice president of the board for the Smoky Mountain Highland Games, which was in Townsend, Tennessee, just recently. Went over there. Josh and I went over there and had a great time. Got some good shots, which we'll show you in here in coming up episodes. But the interview was very interesting, and it gave me a chance, and hopefully you, to kind of get an idea of the process and how they go about putting on games this size. What we're going to do is we're going to play that now. I am here with Kieth Austin. What's your official title, Kieth?
Vice President of the board for the Smoky Mountain Scottish Festival and Games.
Vice President of the board, the Smoky Mountain. We've been enjoying the games. Smoky Mountain, what's the official festival and games all day long. We've got another day tomorrow to come back. The bands have been awesome. Now, did the dogs get to perform? I just missed them. They got rained out for a little bit.
I saw them a couple of times on the field. So, yeah, I think they did get to do a little bit.
That's all. I'll be looking for them. That's always my favorite, the focus of those dogs. To me, it's amazing. It looked like very successful. You had a big crowd. You got any idea of what kind of crowd we're looking at here today?
We'll look at more, but we almost ran out of our wristbands, which are your entry into the festival today for the Saturday wristbands. And so it was a tremendous crowd. I would say today was at least 7,000, 7,500 people.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And that's what the numbers would seem to indicate, but it may have been a bit more than that. So I'll just err on the side of conservative.
Now, would you contribute to that, to weather, to your fantastic advertising scheme, or just the fact that Scottish festivals are becoming that popular?
You know, last year was a record year for us, and we were at Maryville College for 10 years and just continue to grow. And so I think a lot of its word got out, and we've done a good job. We don't have perfection, but we've done a good job. And so we provide what I would like to preach is a great customer experience overall, everything. So moving it here, we did a lot of promotion along with the Blunt Partnership, who's the major partner with us in this for the grounds and financially and some other things to promote the new setting. And when people came up here, like our entertainment director came and started shooting video of the setting with nobody up here but a couple of tents, he was just talking about how great the setting is. And it is. You look at these mountains and you just imagine the pipes, you smell the haggis, you know, you can see the cabers. And it's just a fantastic setting. So it actually, a lot of people were very excited to have it up here. And then the community really partnered with us and supported it. So we had good success overall bringing people up here.
You mentioned your musical director. Is this the first? It's EJ?
Yeah, it's EJ.
EJ Jones from the Piper Jones Band, one of my personal favorites. Is this his first year as your musical director? Or has he been with you a while? I know he played before.
This is his first year that he actually managed the entertainment portion of what we do. We had somebody before that's actually still performing up here and was connected with some people in the community and did a great job. But EJ's done a good job, and we continue to want to expand and grow and diversify and bring in.
He comes with a big family, all the connections, especially in the Southeast.
He's got a great heart for keeping the tradition very much at the core, but expanding the view of that tradition, I guess, is the best way to say it. So he's
good example of that would be Kerr, the Seven Nations.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There.
And we had a lot of feedback on Facebook and whatnot about them coming, which was great. So he did a good job. So entertainment this year on 3 stages has been tremendous.
And the games, the athletic games, the competition will continue tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah,
also,
they will continue tomorrow.
Okay, now is this a separate organization that comes in and produces these athletic games, or is this something? Sorry, is this something that you do on your own with local athletes, or from the area? Or
well, our athletic director actually comes to us out of North Carolina. Then we've got another guy here. It's kind of a duplicate athletic directorship, and he's here. So they're both either athletes or previous athletes, and they just have tremendous connections. I mean, we stopped registering athletes when we got to 70, and we were done with that early.
Yeah.
So the high demand to come here and do this as far as the athletes are concerned. So I think we put on a really good demonstration of Highland athletics today.
I was witnessing some of that today, and the ladies were just as much fun, if not more, to watch than the men. They were giving it all.
It was amazing, and I would say that of all things that happen here, there's some points of time in the festival, but that's one that really draws people's attention because it is so unusual. Where else are you going to go see those athletics? You can see similar things, but who's tossing a big telephone pole? Nobody. These guys and gals are.
That's it. That's all great. But something else I wanted to hit on. We talked about it just for a second. The judges. You say that you had 9 different bands and
9 pipe and drum bands. Yeah.
Pipe and drums, and they were category 1 through 5. Did I see a category 1?
I don't think you saw a category 1. There might have been an individual and a soloist that did a 1, some 3s and 4s, I think. But a great assortment, and they came from all over, from Nashville, Asheville. I think we had bands coming in. And it's kind of a neat time because for the last couple of years, a lot of them haven't been able to get together and practice because of what we all know about COVID. So now they really wanted to come to this competition.
Well, it showed. It was an impressive show, and that mass band when they all get together.
Oh yeah.
You had 51
soloists.
Solo
in competition.
Artists.
Yeah. That registered the solo competition. Another part of our festival that we stopped registering and stopped accepting new applications a bit ago. Yeah. Same thing. Our whiskey seminar went the same way. We stopped selling tickets to that probably about a month ago.
Now, I recognize one of the judges' names, Sandy Jones, of course.
Okay.
Where do you get your judges from? Is it from
John Rose, who's the individual who really kind of runs that whole piping and drumming portion of it, is extremely well connected. He is the director of Knox Pipe and Drums, so he has the connections to go out and get this. We had 7 judges, as I understand, that were here starting last night and judged the competition.
And is there some kind of point system? I know in the athletes they have a point system where they're trying to get rated within their field. It's the same with the pipes and bands, or
I don't know for sure exactly how they're rated in terms of getting the awards, but that would seem to make sense from what I've observed. They're playing for a panel of judges sitting at a table, and they don't find out what their scores are or where they placed, if they did, until 5 o'clock. So it's probably like any other musical competition of that kind with your high school band or whatever. You got judges that know what they're doing and know how to listen and hear and see certain things. So
that's great. It's been an awesome day. We've been here all day. We had just a touch of rain there in the middle of the day.
Scotland.
Other than that, it's great. Lots of fun, lots of happy people, which is what it's all about. Is making the people happy. You got it going on all day tomorrow.
We started at 8 o'clock in the morning and
you
run
have
until 5 o'clock.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Have church service of some kind.
We have the kirking of the tartans. I think it's at 10. And That event actually has turned into a very well attended event. We've moved it to the main stage, as I recall. It's become one of those things a lot of people like to do, and that's the nature of the beast in this community, in this area. A lot of people want to do that. And I think we do a good job with that one too.
Okay, I know you're in the middle of this year's festival, but what are the plans for the future?
Wow. Monday's going to be a day of nothing but scotch for breakfast. So, no, I'm just kidding. No,
that's not what I meant, but I understand.
I'm going to try that. Yeah. You know, this was the first year at this venue, and one of the things we purposefully did was we didn't want to expand with a lot of other things that we kind of brainstormed on a little bit, such as, golf. Look at the sport of golf, how important that is to Scottish heritage. Well, we've got a great golf course here, just probably about 3 miles from right here. I've already talked to them about doing something with that piece. Typically, a lot of organizations do golf tournaments or things like that.
Tournament or something.
Yeah, something that would be, but something that would really tie it into the culture of Scotland. Continue to work with some of our sponsors. We've got a sponsor who is a great Scots-Irish pub in Knoxville, and we want to continue to do some whiskey tasting with them because they can do a food pairing with it that's really good, and we always sell those out. They just go like crazy, and we've got being a person who at one point in my life was avid into fly fishing. That's another Scottish themed situation. So we've got one of the best fly shops in the world. It's 2 miles that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and those guys are great. I'd like to tie in with. I hate to bring them out individually, but I'd love to tie in with those guys and do something with that. I'd like to bring the things that Scotland has done to become so influential on the world. There's no other country you can look at, no tiny island like that, small population that's influenced the world in architecture and engineering and poetry and drama and sports and all these different facets of our lives that we look at. And you go back and look at the DNA of that, moonshining, which is very important here. That really originated, a lot of it originated in that small island. So I want to bring that flavor here. I think if we do that, we accomplish our goal. We bring that culture here, and I think that's what will draw people, is to experience that culture, especially in today's environment where there's so many culture clashes.
Oh yeah, since I've become involved in discovering my heritage and my culture, I look forward to other cultures and other heritages and learning about them.
That's how you hold hands and learn.
Well, like I say, this has been a great day.
Good.
Like to invite you to come see our show, which is Father's Day weekend, June 18th. We're over there in Franklin. We're going to do it. Hopefully we can do it as well as y'all. How did the venue work out? Are you going to stay here in Townsend?
Yeah, and there's plans to expand this venue. The Blunt Partnership that is one of our partners, like I said, they own it. So there's plans to build it. They plan to have festivals up here. One of the things they did is put 30 or so underground electrical and it was right there where the vendor area is now. So our vendors came in, they had electrical, and some of them even had water. So it was great. So they're looking to do this and expand it. They've had some big festivals up here. They had one a couple of weeks ago that the crowd doubled from last year, and it was big last year. So we're pretty happy with this venue. And as they continue to potentially expand the physical facility up here, we'll be able to grow along with them.
Well, that's great. We've had a great time. You can't ask for more than this in my mind. Well, great music, great food. You run into family if you're not careful.
You will.
Kieth, thank you for taking the time and talking with us.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed.
And we'll definitely be back next year. We got dates for next year.
I think you're asking an old guy to remember stuff. I think it's May 20th and 21st.
Okay.
It's always the third full weekend of May. So I looked at that the other day.
Fourth?
The third full weekend of May.
Third. Okay. It's like Thanksgiving. You got to figure out. Okay.
You got to do that because of the sanctioning and stuff like that that we have. So
the third full
weekend of May.
In May. Next year, if you can't get out here for the rest of it tomorrow, come on out. I highly recommend it. And we'll talk to you later.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You might get in practice. Put your hands together. On the stage, the great Kirk McLeod, elements leader, are having with the Seven Nations Band. But right now, they're with Kieth. They're here at the Smoky Mountain Games. They're playing for you. Are you ready?
Hey, if you happen to be listening on the YouTube, don't forget to hit the buttons down there, the like, the comments, the subscribe. That all helps our algorithms. And check out Gorgeous Digital Productions. They're the one helping us out and putting these programs together for us. They've got lots of neat stuff. Check them out also.